Welcome back, everyone. Today we finally made a decision on the clutch direction for the C7. In a previous video, about a couple weeks ago, we were kicking around the idea of what clutch to use up on the C7. We were looking at either a Mantic, a Monster LT1S. We even thought about a McLeod clutch. I've known guys who have run successfully run McLeods on their C5, C6, or C7s. But I kind of wanted to go a different direction. After doing research and what was out there on the market, we finally made a decision based on the power goals that I'm looking to make, bringing you guys along on what I plan on doing with the Vet. And the goal was somewhere between 900 to 1,000 wheels. So with that in mind, I didn't want to go and skimp out on the clutch, and I wanted to go with a company that made quality products, a company that had a very deep background in racing. And so I bring to you none other than the Tilton ST-246 twin disc clutch for the C7. The Tilton ST-246 twin disc for the C7 is a clutch that's rated at 1,250 flywheel horsepower or torque. At Tilton, they were very helpful. Expertise was second to none. He actually competes in some racing himself, so he has firsthand knowledge of what works, what doesn't, especially with the late model GM platform. Open this up and take a quick look at it. This little sticker. We have here their pressure plate. The pressure plate, this thing is beefy. Things just well put together. As you can see, it's for the C7 Corvette, the TR6070 7-speed manual. Just looking at this stuff here, at this pressure plate, I can tell this is no joke. This does not have a sprung hub, potentially on the chattery side, but anything that I drive has a twin disc. I'm not a guy looking for comfort in a car that I'm gonna push hard. I mean, this is just well put together. Nice piece here. I am impressed. Looking at the, I don't know if this pressure plate is actually billet, but it definitely looks different than the McLeod unit. I have a McLeod RXT in the Falcon channel. You've seen the Falcon. That motor is currently undergoing a Windsor swap from 408 to 430. I got a couple videos on that in the channels. But yeah, this thing is, I don't know if it's necessarily billet, but it looks to be that way. Definitely not, doesn't appear to be another company's or a manufacturer's kit that they've repurposed. Take a look. This is their 6000 series throw-out bearing, and real deal hardware here. For comparison, a McLeod throw-out bearing, which was very good on a Falcon, made about 500 wheel and 500 plus pounds of torque to the wheel. And just by comparison, that thing was very beefy, was rated for heavy and severe duty. Never faltered. I didn't really have any issues, never leaked or anything like this, but I mean, just look at these side by side. I would say the McLeod's a good unit, but just looking at the machine work here, and the processes, they're clearly on a separate playing field. The testing process that they use, and they claim over 1 million cycles, and they also use the hydraulics on this are to be compatible with brake fluid, which is really what you have, .2 or 3 or even .4 in a hydraulic clutch system. So you don't want to use lines or stuff that's not suitable for brake fluid. Yeah, this stuff here is really good. And grade 8 bolts, hardware for the flywheel and also for the pressure plate, all grade 8. And here are some instructions. Depending on the application, Chevy, LS, LSX, LT, LT1 and 4, 85 foot-pounds. Whether you use it on a Ford Coyote or Ford small block, 85 foot-pounds for the small block Ford. I would imagine this pressure plate setup it's probably it on a GM, a Chrysler, or a Ford. It's going to work as long as you have a 26 spline input shaft transmission. So whether that be a T56 Magnum style 6-speed, whether it's a TR60 or 70, or whether it's a TKO or TKX manual transmission, as long as the input shaft is 26 spline, it appears that this ST-246 clutch will fit that application. It's a very beefy clutch. That's all I can say. I can't stress enough. I don't know if the camera does it justice, but definitely the real deal. Let's take a look at the flywheel. All right. Heavy hitter. This flywheel is billet steel. This is the real deal, guys. I'm definitely impressed with the quality of this kit. The delivery, the timing, the service, all top flight. No complaints at all. I can't wait to get it installed. The goal is to get this installed and get some street driving miles on it to get it broken in. And that way, when we go to turn it up on the motor, the clutch will already be broken and we can get it on the dyno without having to worry about break-in. So shout out to Tilton Engineering for the clutch. Who've been waiting and following. We plan either doing a full tilt on this stock blower, or maybe even looking at an Edelbrock 2650, Magnuson 2650, and I believe Whipple has came back with a 3100, because I know their 2900 there was some maybe some fitment issues. Guys were having to cut the cowl on a C7, and it did have port injection, but Whipple had to come back and even come better with a 3100. So that may be a potential contender. And also ProCharger's got an F1A, F1A 94, or an F1X. Do know there are guys who run the ProCharger, and sometimes I think the belt may be a little bit of a challenge for those guys. So again, the goal is to make 1,000 to the wheel and somewhere around that in torque. Just as a reminder, if you guys have been following along for a while now and you like the content that I bring to the channel, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, smash that subscribe button, and share it with your buddies. Coming up at Sacramento Raceway, if you go on their website, look at their calendar for 2022, tons of exciting events. Doing more in-depth videos at California Street Machine, and also TOE Performance. I want to give a shout out to Strictly Muscle Car Talk Facebook group. Go on to Facebook, look up that group, and give them a follow. A great source for muscle car talk, information, and gatherings in the Bay Area and Northern California. Again, I want to say thank you guys. I hope you guys are having a nice holiday. I can't wait to see what 2022 brings. Stay tuned for the 430 swap into the 68 Falcon. That is coming soon. More updates as we go along. Thanks, and we'll see you soon. Peace.